Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Mysteries from Beyond the Other Dominion. I'm your host, Dr. Franklin Ruehl, and now, Secrets of the Mothman Revealed. Roll tape. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Mysteries from Beyond the Other Dominion. I'm your host, Dr. Franklin Ruehl, and today we're going to investigate the enigmatic Mothman of West Virginia. Tell you about the time that a guardian angel saved the life of Clara Barton. Reveal what governmental leaders have actually said about UFOs. And critique the 1936 film The Man Who Changed His Mind, starring Boris Karloff. But first, the Mothman of West Virginia. Now, on the night of November 15th, 1966, a Tuesday evening, 11:30 p.m., a couple was driving in the TNT section of Point Pleasant, West Virginia. It was called TNT because there are a number of munitions factories in that region. Suddenly they saw a mysterious creature hovering over the car. It appeared to be a human-like moth. The man had arms and legs, about 6 to 7 feet tall. He had sort of a grayish skin covering, either some sort of metallic suit or his actual skin, and he had huge moth-like wings. His head looked like that of a moth with red compound eyes. Something like the drawing here, but not exactly. I'm not a great artist. Now, they of course were frightened, and the man put the pedal to the metal and shot out of there. Well, this entity sort of hovered like a helicopter, not even flapping its wings, and keeping up with the car even when it hit 100 miles per hour. Finally, this so-called Mothman veered off when the car reached a populated area. Now, in the ensuing 13 months, over 100 adults claimed to have seen the Mothman. Now, in many instances, this entity was seen along with UFOs. Sometimes the UFOs were seen without the Mothman, and sometimes the Mothman without any UFOs. The UFOs were basically spherically symmetrical, either silver in intonation or multicolored lights, some of them being seen in the wooded hills near Point Pleasant. The entities never attacked any humans that we know of. However, in one case, the UFO swooped down and apparently tried to tractor beam a bloodmobile aboard the craft, suggesting that these entities might be what we call hemovores, or blood eaters. It's also not clear whether the Mothman was actually one of the pilots or occupants of the UFOs, or was just some sort of, let's call him, a guinea pig dropped down on our planet to test our environment. But we know that there was an association between the two, the UFOs and the Mothman. Now, in the summer of 1967, many of the residents of Point Pleasant began to pick up telepathic impressions, prophecies of the future. One involved an earthquake in Turkey, another a disaster right there in Point Pleasant. Then, on July 22nd, 1967, disaster did strike in Turkey. An earthquake hit, over 1,000 people killed. The first prophecy came true. But nothing happened locally in Point Pleasant. That is until December 15th of that year, 1967. A Friday night, 5:04 p.m. Suddenly, the Silver Bridge, which spanned the Ohio River, connecting Point Pleasant to the state of Ohio, collapsed. 37 died. Then, the Mothman and the UFOs vanished. The question, of course, did the Mothman or his alien friends and the UFOs cause the destruction of the Silver Bridge, or were they trying to warn the locals of that impending disaster? I don't know. You've heard the evidence. I'll let you make the call on this one. Were those aliens friendly or hostile? One of the most intriguing cases in the annals of ufology for your consideration. Now, until next time, may the power of the cosmos and of the Mothman be with you. Yes, yes.